The value of peer advisory group is in that community and that accountability.
They just help me to establish my vision, my goals, and my dreams.
You're going to see different opinions from all sorts of different walks of life.
You quickly realize that you're not alone.
When we feel alone, we feel abandoned, we feel powerless.
CBMC has been incredibly important to me.
I'd say before I joined the peer advisory group, it felt a little more isolated, like I didn't have as much of a community as far as people that I could talk to and people that I could trust.
But when you have a team around you, the things that you can accomplish are endless.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and thank you for bringing us together as men of God and seeking your will and your face and seeking your wisdom today.
Have you ever thought of yourself in terms of being God's fellow worker?
Well, I think if you represent God at work, you should look different. And if people don't see a difference between you and somebody else, that should probably alarm you.
One word that sums up my peer advisory group, what I've gotten out of it, would be vision.
If a man is looking for an opportunity to make a connection with other Christians from a business perspective, I'm not sure there's another place that he can do that. CBMC is the answer to that.
The spiritual leadership that's inside the room, to be able to tackle big issues like getting rid of somebody or how to discipline an employee and those type of things.
We have a very long-term employee and we're kind of in process of looking at, okay, as we grow as a company, what does it look like to have this person on? Should this person be on? Can they adapt to what our new culture is and what our new standards are?
From my experience, we're not in the position to change somebody. He could be very productive somewhere else.
God says forgive 70 times 7, How do you weigh that with we're not in charge of changing anybody?
So now I'd like you guys to think about recommendations that we can make.
Maybe the problem is you're trying to make him a leader where in fact he's a carpenter.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
As I understand it, this is kind of the first one you're having to go through, and that's pretty difficult.
I think that's the big reason why we're a part of CBMC. There's a round table of people that you can get suggestions of in all fields of business.
They're a group of men that are dealing with all the same issues that the rest of us are.
My dad's been involved with it for the last 8 to 10 years, and there was a board of almost directors for his company.
Maybe just taking some quiet time, taking some time for meditation and prayer.
In James 1, it talks about, as we ask for wisdom, God will provide that.
The group by itself is in fact my spiritual board of directors. How can I apply my spiritual life to my business life?
I'd say if I could sum it up in one word, it's accountability.
Stephen, we got 5 recommendations here. During the next 30 days, do you think you could do any of these?
Yeah, I think all of them are able to be done in the next 30 days.
These issues that I presented stayed in the room. That's important.
Why don't you review your prayer card with us?
One of our kids is having a bit of an issue in school, so it's been more of a discipline issue, and so we've had a lot of issues because of that.
Great guy, was in a networking group with me, but very friendly toward the faith, and I just really appreciate you praying that I will help him come to a conclusion about where he is.
There's a group of like-minded but different individuals that I can always count on to point me back to Christ and also to navigate the roller coasters in business.
The investment and time that I put in, the return has been immeasurable.
Having this group of men has meant the world to me. It's given me an opportunity to express the issues that I've dealt with in maybe the second half of my life and taken me into that third quarter.